Question 15 is all about converting temperatures. So we need to look for patterns in the tables. So for part A, we can see that as the degrees Celsius goes up by 10, the degrees Fahrenheit goes up by 18. So we can simply add 18 onto 104 and we get 122 degrees Fahrenheit. For B, we're going from Kelvin to degrees Celsius. So again, we can see that as this goes up in 100s, this side also goes up in 100s. So to go backwards, I need to subtract 100 each time to get the missing values. So this one will be minus 173.15 and minus 273.15. Part C is quite tricky. Okay, first of all, let's look at Kelvin to degrees Celsius. Now, we found in the last example that as every 100 degrees of Kelvin goes up, the Celsius also goes up by 100 degrees, which means if we go up by 20 degrees, the Celsius will also go up by 20 degrees. So we know already that 300 degrees Kelvin is 26.85 degrees Celsius. So if I need to add another 40 degrees Kelvin to get 340, actually I'm going to be adding another 40 degrees Celsius. Add them together and we get our answer here, which is 66.85. Now Celsius into Fahrenheit isn't quite as easy, so we know that every 10 degrees up we go for Celsius, the degrees Fahrenheit goes up by 18 degrees. So we want 66.85 into degrees Fahrenheit. Now we know that 60 degrees Celsius, from our table is 140 degrees Fahrenheit. So we need to work out what degrees of Fahrenheit we need to add on for 6.85 degrees Celsius. Now, for every 10 that the degree Celsius goes up, our Fahrenheit goes up by 18. So I want to work out how much 6.85 tenths of 18 is to work out what I need to add up. So 6.85 divided by 10 multiplied by 18 gives me 12.33. So that is the degrees of Fahrenheit that I need to add on. So 140 degrees Fahrenheit plus 12.33 gives us 152.33. Now it's worth mentioning here that actually the mark scheme will accept a range of answers. So anything between 140 and 158 the mark scheme will accept. So even if you weren't sure how to work out all of this, okay, you can get 1 mark from actually looking at the table and thinking, well, 60 degrees is 140, 70 degrees is 158, so my answer has to be somewhere in the middle. So even if you weren't sure how to do it, you can make an educated guess and you still would have picked up a mark just for giving a number within that range. So it's always worth really just having a think and having an educated guess if you're not sure.